Thank you very much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. The final quarter of the year approaches. Generally, I decide what I want to do at half-year intervals. Every December and every June, I outline by categories my intent for the next 6 months. They go in 12 categories, so 12 projects. But what I really need are not goals. Those are easy, but systems in place that enable me to reach the goals. Uh, Sometimes I get there, sometimes I don't. But that's probably very typical of most people who set intermediate goals. As the quarter ends, I'm halfway through with these semi-annual projects, not doing badly at all. Some of it was made easy. My children provided me my first two grandchildren, so I got to visit them and hold them. There's another financial project. I'm forced to distribute a certain amount of my IRA funds and pay taxes on them, having reached the magic age. I do that in November, a two-step project, one to disperse charitable donations, another to take the money, pay the taxes, and invest the rest. Since I don't really need that withdrawal as living expenses. I have a few things that I want to do around the house. Housing prices have gone way up, including the value of mine. It's worth quite a multiple of what I paid for it in 1981. But as I get older, there's going to be a day when I can no longer manage it, when some sweet young lady at the hospital is going to say to me or my wife, "You cannot go back to that house," which means it is going to have to be packed up and sold, maybe even with some capital gains tax. I cannot do this myself as much as I try, so I will have to engage a professional, uh, maybe more than one, to do different regions. I think the basement comes first. I've attempted that many times. It's clearly beyond my capacity. So getting a professional is one of the 12 projects. There are things that I can do. My son's bedroom, which he's not really lived in since he graduated from college uh, more than 20, no, it's less than 20 years ago, but about 15 years ago, looked like a hoarding section. It can be repurposed in many ways. That is within my capacity, but I have to do small segments multiple times. Halfway through the project, I'm not doing badly. I take stuff to recycling. Uh, I've delivered some things to him to donate or to use, but there's still quite a long ways to go. I don't know what I would do with the room once it's done. The bed's too small to be a guest room. It was my childhood bed that became his childhood bed. I could make it into my wife's workspace if she's agreeable to that. But it's a multi-purpose room that can be cleared out and put to a better use without having to hire professional help. My bedroom has always intended to be my sanctuary. It hasn't quite gotten there. But these 3 months, I've made considerable headway. It won't get to its final form, but it'll get to a place that I could gravitate to. Exercise or my physical health is always a bit of a dilemma. I could make the plan based on how much treadmill I want to do, how much stretching I want to do, or I could look for end goals like my weight, my blood pressure, my waist measurement. I opted to do uh, physical measurements, which I've done before and never reach. But even if they can't be attained, the system for trying to attain them enhances my health. Better sleep, attention to diet, not missing any medicines, keeping my medical exams up to date, and being on the treadmill and on my stretching program at the assigned times. I like to entertain at home, and I like to engage with friends. I've done that before and do pretty well. I enjoy my kitchen and enjoy it even more when I share the results with somebody else. I also like to go places. There are day trips to be had. I made one of three to a place that I always wanted to go to and finally went. Two more, I can do them. Um, Now, my intellect involves about a quarter of the initiatives. I'm pretty good at writing, not very good at getting stuff submitted and published, and not very good at doing long multi chapter expositions. I bought an editing program which has helped and set myself on a schedule where that is the time that I do this. Again, one needs a system. Halfway through the allotted time, I'm not doing badly. I could see where parts of the system break down, but they haven't broken down in an irretrievable way. So that's kind of how things are shaking out. Not bad, not perfect. Better than I did the previous 6 months. And I still have 3 months to go. Thanks so much for sharing this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.